were already truly checked on the mainland. They kept an eye what the Norwegians were doing in Longyearbyen. The Norwegians had their secret police. They kept an eye what these 4 people were doing. So they were basically only watching each other, and they usually left the normal people alone. Quite a nice arrangement.
That's the name of the street?
Yes, 60, the street to honor the 60 years anniversary of the Great October Revolution.
Oh.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we walk up close to the sea, you see a statue appear at the end of the square. Pyramiden, like any other Soviet settlement with
Lenin.
respect of itself, has of course to have a statue of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Lenin was the leader of the Great October Revolution and the founder of the Soviet Union. We get asked a lot of questions by visitors. Why do you let him stand? Why do you not take him down? The communism era is over. My answer, quite simple. You can like it or not, but Lenin is part of Soviet and Russian history. You cannot... Sir! Sir! Do not stray away from the group. Please come back.
Yeah, listen.
It's part of Soviet and Russian history, and you cannot change it. It has happened. You have to honor it. That's why we let him stand in peace. By the way, of course, it's the northernmost Lenin in the world. And each and every visitor can make up its own mind about him. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next building, which I will explain on the left-hand side, that was the northernmost hospital in the world. A pyramid, like any other normal settlement, of course, had a functioning hospital. There were over 30 doctors, nurses, and other medical personnel working there. The main function of the hospital was, of course, ordinary diseases, sickness, accidents in the mine. But as the result of the happy life in the building, nicknamed Paris, the single woman, the single man above, quite a number of children were actually born here in Pyramid. When I was here in 1997, 1998, we had 11 childbirths to celebrate. And they, of course, were born in our hospital. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next building, which we will visit in a few minutes, it is the northernmost, needless to say, swimming pool in the world. As we enter the swimming pool, it's time to speak a little bit about water. The water here in Pyramiden we get from 2 artificial lakes up in the valley. The water is of the highest possible quality. The problem here has always been quantity. When the settlement was fully operating, it was very difficult to keep it supplied with the amount of water needed. That's why the management made the decision, when we built the swimming pool, we use only 2/3 of fresh water and supply it with 1/3 of seawater, simply to save some amount of water.
You have so much ice and snow. You don't have enough fresh water?
We have enough, but imagine 1,600 people, and the mine needs lots
So
of
many
water.
people.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please join the group. Sir. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will kindly ask you, we keep together. We go first into the swimming pool, then we go together to the culture house. You have time to take pictures of Lenin after we finish our trip. For the time being, please follow me. Also, as we enter the swimming pool, I will kindly ask you to follow me precisely. Do not enter any corridors, sideways, any stairways, for a very good reason. Almost every year we lose people in there. 2 years ago, one of our guides, not me because I'm not a
Lenin.
guide usually,
Lenin.
had a group of tourists, just like you, ladies and gentlemen, met the ship, went to the building, to the culture house, the bus picked them up, and the ship left at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. At 9 o'clock in the evening, me and my boss, we did some work on the light poles, and we heard some banging. The banging was getting louder. Finally, glass up in the stairway broke. 3 faces appeared inside, one of them with blood on the hands because he had broken the glass, and they cried for help. So I got the key, locked them out, and asked them what did happen. They had been with the tour, straight away from the group, entered the corridor and stairway, and did not find their way out again. All 3, of course, had to spend the night in our hotel. 2 of them missed their flight back to Norway the next day because they were simply still here. One of them got in trouble with his wife because he was so long out of cell phone coverage. His wife thought he was up to something else. So for your own good, please follow me precisely. Okay, may I ask you, ladies and gentlemen? You have time to take pictures, please follow the group. You have time to take picture
Yeah, later.
after the tour. Yes.
H 就是 N 啊。
H 是 N，前面那个像 A 一样，实际不是 A，那个 L 之类的，没有音。
Kita.
It was in the Soviet Union, it was a must for every school children to learn all about Lenin.
I remember that the most clear is watching his class. Yeah, saying Lenin. I remember the real person now.
Even in kindergarten, we had already learned all about Lenin, so we did had to wait in school. We knew all about him before we entered school. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please follow me inside. Please follow me inside the swimming pool.
这里头呢是一个游泳池。
Swimming pool.
全程跟着他，不允许到处走。
And you can feel the difference. It's much colder inside than outside. It's the buildings, they function like big refrigerators. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, then we are at the world's northernmost swimming pool. Actually, the swimming pool was a multi-function building. We had a small children's swimming pool, 6 by 8 meters. We had weight rooms, massaging cabinets, and other sporting rooms, and the main swimming pool that we will visit. To be able to enter the swimming pool, a whole set of rules did apply. Those who read Russian may read it on the table, but the most important I can tell you now, you had to be sober. You would not be influenced with the alcohol. We had a lady sitting there, she had a pipe like the police have when they stop you at the highway, and you have to blow. If you blow green, welcome, yellow or red, come back another time. There was, of course, one exception of that rule. On Saturday evening, we had a very special event inside the swimming pool. We had a more or less official water discotheque. If I say more or less official, the management knew about it, but they simply turned ignored. And that was also the only event where alcohol kind of was tolerated inside the swimming pool. No discotheque without alcohol, of course. And we had a lady from the shop sitting there at the counter. She had bottles of beer, bottles of wine in the shop. We would buy coupons, 2 for beer and 2 for wine, and we would exchange them with the lady. Water discotheque lasted from 8 o'clock in the evening till 3, 4, 5, and so on in the morning. Anyone can understand 2 glasses of beer, 2 glasses of wine, not enough. That's why I can guarantee you almost anyone had a bottle or 2 vodka hidden under his clothes. But what if you already had used your monthly limit? Well, now it's time to speak about international community in Germany. In the old days, people from all 15 Soviet republics were living and working here. In the 90s, we had people from the Baltic states, we had people from Moldova, from Central Asia. The most interesting people when it comes to alcohol are those from Central Asia. Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, because these are Muslims. And most Muslims do not drink. Some of them do. They say Allah don't see it in the dark season. But most of them do not drink. Even if they do not drink, they have the same right for the monthly limit of vodka than me. So with these people, you could borrow. You buy some food or some chocolate for her, give him or her some clothes, and she or he would give you his monthly limit. That's why I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, even if officially we had only 1 liter of vodka a month and 2 glasses of beer, 2 glasses of wine, in the water discotheque, anyone was still getting quite drunk. I may also put your attention, ladies and gentlemen, to the wooden works on the wall, on the handrails and on the ceiling. All the timber, of course, came up from the mainland. As I told you on the bus, we did not look it on the shore, but all the work with the timber was done here in our local workshop, and mostly it was done by hand. There was some machinery, but mostly by hand, and you see the result of the mastering. Now I may ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to follow me upstairs into the main swimming hall.
就是他刚才说过的天花板。但是呢，这里就有很多哈萨克斯坦，没有什么哈萨克斯坦啊，都是斯里兰教的喝酒。但是呢，俄罗斯人有喝酒啊，什么这种因为当时他们这个有很多的那个民族嘛，然后对那个很多俄罗斯人本身是然后打了很多的这个小手艺的，然后很重要小心脚啊，然后这样心脚有个
小波呢？
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, then we are at the main swimming pool. As you can see, an ordinary standard size 25-meter swimming pool. The water temperature in here was kept between 28 and 32 degrees. Very nice, very comfortable to swim and to have activities here. We had not only ordinary swimming hours here, but also competitions. Mainly between Barentsburg and Pyramiden, once a month. Needless to say, we did beat them all the time. Twice a year, we even had visitors from Longyearbyen. We had a sporting exchange. And most of the time, unfortunately for those of you who are Norwegians, we did win as well. When we had ordinary swimming hours here, there were always 2 lifeguards, I don't know what it's called, like Baywatch, yes, lifeguards. And on duty, and when we had the water discotheque, we had 2 lifeguards here and 2 from the helping police. First of all, to make sure no one is getting too drunk, and as usually when a man asks a lady to dance, the lady says no, the man doesn't take a no for no, then we would simply grab him, drag him outside and drive him right to our prison. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, it happened 10 to 15 times every Saturday, especially during the morning hours when anyone already had quite enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, now may I have your attention. I will kindly ask you to follow me now outside. We go together into the culture house. I will have a short representation, inform you of our services, and then you have some time of your own. I will tell you where you can walk and where you cannot walk, and what time the bus will pick us up back to the harbor. For the time being, I will kindly ask you to follow me inside the culture house. You will have time to take pictures of Lenin in a few minutes.
Okay, thank you.
那个我们一会儿呢到外头照那个列宁的那个像给大家指明。然后这个游泳池是个标准的游泳池。
对。
Just follow me into the culture house.
你这不能有吗？
Cái này nó bỏ phí cho người năm nào? Nike S hả?
Không biết bỏ đâu đại khái.
我们的长要的是你。
从围路都骑过来了，不打水抽不着道。